So this is just a quick video about faith, because I believe that faith needs to be something that is really easy to do, and that we can just have a simple childlike faith, and that is enough. And God, we can trust God that He's going to do the rest. And if you want to have such a crazy childlike faith, then I want to help you, encourage you with something that I learned, that I didn't learn. Well, I actually came up with it, and I kind of thought about it. And I think it is this, that when you have a quiet time with God in the morning, then it's really helpful to think about that as the most important, the only thing that really matters. And if you have a scale, because it's so hard to think that way when you are always running, you're always wanting to do stuff, you're always wanting to hustle or to work or to whatever, or to relax or whatever you're doing, it's very hard to have that quiet time in the morning. But it's actually, I actually really love the quote. Oh man, I'm just saying these random things. But I love the quote, is you should work hard, but not too hard. Because like, you can definitely work too much and you can definitely work too little. And I think that it's really useful to know that you can just work just enough, not just enough, but the right amount. And then in the morning, when you have had your quiet time with God, you can picture it as a timeline. And on the timeline, you probably have your quiet time, and then you have like work and lunch and dinner and breakfast and chilling and watching a movie or reading a book or whatever. And then you can just look at that timeline and know that that is the only thing that mattered in the day. And that is the only thing that really, really mattered. Because of course the other things matter, but that is the only thing that really mattered in terms of eternity. Because when we have a quiet time with God, that is, the effect of that is going to carry on into eternity. Whereas if we just work for ourselves, or if we try to make money, then that is going to disappear in the fraction of a minuscule amount that is not even comprehensible compared to eternity. And that is just a quick, and also that when you have the quiet time, it's so much easier to have faith, because it's very hard to have a simple childlike faith, because Jesus said you can't get into heaven unless you are like children. You can't know me unless you come to me as a child. And I think it is so much easier to have that faith when you know. And I think it is so much easier to have that faith when you can have this time in the morning. And if you it doesn't matter how you, it doesn't really, and I don't think it really matters how you spend this time with God, but it does matter the fact that you talk to Him and communicate with Him. And so that is just and it's so much easier to just believe, because I think a lot of people think faith is so confusing, but I really like to think of it as just believing, like that God is gonna help you. And if you can just do that, then that is enough. But it's hard to do that, especially when you've had a lot of things go wrong or you have a lot of doubt. It's hard to just believe that God is gonna help you. But actually, it's so much easier if you just have that. It's so much easier if you have a time in the morning where you can just be still and not think about work or anything like that. Just focus on God. And yeah, I've just rambled on, but so that was probably a quick message, probably my quickest video on this channel. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. So thank you. So that's just a very insanely quick message. And I don't know really what I was going to say, but I just said it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.